널 만나기 전 누군가를 위해 노래한 적 없어. 길어지는 대화 속 중심은 차린 입이 웃고 있어. 모두 말해 내게 꿈깨려 분명 실망할 테니 수빈 무의미해 네 매력은 또 벼랑구를 던져. 가슈 그 누구보다 눈이 참 예뻐. Yeah you 그 누구보다 사랑스러워. Yeah you 찾아 헤매던 내 반쪽. I feel so free. Oh my sweet baby. 널 만나기 전 난 일만 했지 워커홀릭 라이프스타일. 매일 지루했지 난 쳇바퀴 위에 성실한 햄스터. 너의 등장에 나 비로소 눈 떠 다양한 세상의 색채. 너로 인해 변해가. 가슈 그 누구보다 눈이 참 예뻐. Yeah you 그 누구보다 사랑스러워. Yeah you 찾아 헤매던 내 반쪽. I feel so free. Oh my sweet baby. 정민 방 안에서 울려 퍼지는 기타 들려주고 싶어. 내 진심을 다 이미 알고 있어. 너의 옆자리 주인은 나. Cause you 그 누구보다 눈이 참 예뻐. Yeah you 그 누구보다 사랑스러워. Yeah you 찾아 헤매던 내 반쪽. I feel so free. Oh my sweet baby. Cause you 그 누구보다 눈이 참 예뻐. Yeah you 그 누구보다 사랑스러워. Yeah you 찾아 헤매던 내 반쪽. I feel so free.
It's been a while since we laid down to reflect upon it all. It's been a while since we stumbled out, since you dragged me out from the dark. Even now, when time has passed, I owe you all. I could not bring myself to try. And even now, when we are old, stay in my heart. 'Cause I wouldn't know how to move on. It's been a while since you found me here. I was in the mud. Yeah, it's been a while, but I remember it. Even if I lose my mind, I'd still recall that even now, when time has passed, I owe you all. 'Cause I could not bring myself to try.
뭐?
And even now, when we are old, stay in my heart. 'Cause I wouldn't know. Don't know why I waited for you to come over. I saw you last Monday. Thought you saw me too, across the track in the subway. Spring turns fast into fall, and I always wonder how I missed it all. I missed it all. Or something stronger. I can't stand to remember, even though I know it's just a phase. There's beauty in heartache, and I dare to embrace it, as long as I know it's just a phase. Last song before closing, just me and my bad judgment left in this place. Where are you? I just wonder. And even though we were never right, I still feel the light in your name. Spring turns fast into fall, and I always wonder how. Thought it'd be golden, crossing the line and don't look back. Think I was broken, I needed some time to clear my head. 'Cause I've made all the mistakes, and I've dealt with the heartbreaks, but I think that I found my way. 'Cause I've been sinking like a stone. Carolina, take me home. Nothing's ever really broken. I won't let you go. 'Cause I'm finding my way right back to you. I'll find my way back to you. I see a river floating its way out to the sea. I can remember carving our names onto that tree. And I just wanna see you. 'Cause you will never know just how much I've been missing home. 'Cause I've been sinking like a stone. Carolina, take me home. Nothing's ever really broken. I won't let you go. 'Cause I'm finding my way right back to you. Yeah, I'll find my way back to you. I think that I'm finding my way right back to you. Yeah, I think that I'm finding my way. Thought it'd be golden, crossing the line and don't look. It's the same old story being told inside my head. I'm too shy to straighten up my bones and be a man. I gotta tear this wall apart to let you in. My friends say the time's running out, so take the chance. Make a move, 'cause the store won't stay open till the end. Won't you tear my world apart? 'Cause I know I need a spell to let you in. When it's over, I will see what I've done. Let it go too soon. Oh, I'll be stronger if you just step right in. 'Cause I need a start to let you Days pass and I'm still the same inside my head. And I can't stop thinking about what you said. I gotta tear my world apart. And it's the only way to start to let you in. When it's over, I will see what I've done. Letting go too soon. Oh, I'll be stronger if you just step right in. 'Cause I need a start to let you in.
고기 줄까? 계란 줄까, 유나? 계란 프라이 해줘?
차가워요?